Hello everyone. Good afternoon. It's 3 o'clock Friday. The hurricane has passed. The sky is blue. I'm doing a little better. And I hope to do a lot better come Monday. But what I want to talk about today are the pigeons that I gave away. Johnny Rivera picked them up. I can't think of the man's name in Huntersville that picked them up. He came and got the breeders. But how do I know that they were good pigeons? How does anyone know? Pigeons are kind of like horses. And by that I mean past performance. What did the pigeons do in the past? What did a particular horse do in the past? The pigeons that I gave away they produced some very good pigeons out of the breeding loft. I raced them young ones. They were competitive. I was competitive with them. Well, not all of them, but a good portion of them were very competitive. A couple of them won races, 500-mile races. I did very well at the distance. Could be because of the way I handled them, but they did very well at the distance. And I wasn't in the best of health at the time. Healthy enough to train them and get them down the road a little bit. But the pigeons did their part. I did my part by keeping them healthy and road training them. But let's talk about the young ones that Johnny Rivera took. You've seen them in the videos, what they did, how they hung out and went up on the roof. I think they were going to somebody's feeder because some of them came back full. But that's got nothing to do with the genetics in the pigeons. They were good pigeons. They are good pigeons. And they will probably produce good pigeons. The point that I'm making here is, well, yes, I had some very good pigeons. But if I should recover from all of this and decide to race again, where will I get good pigeons? I certainly won't go back to Johnny Rivera and ask him, nor will I ask that man in Huntersville to give me some young ones. No need to. There are plenty of good pigeons around. All you have to know is what their past performance was. I can't tell you, excuse me, how many good pigeons people have. And they never get to the top of the race sheet. And yet they have very good pigeons. The pigeons that I raced, the original pigeons I got, were from a man called Charlie Parker. Charlie went out and he bought a lot of birds. He spent a lot of money for the birds. But Charlie got sick and he couldn't race them. calls me up one day and inquires if I wanted to buy the birds. I asked Charlie what he wants for the birds. And he said, Danny, I would like to get $10 a piece. Now I knew where Charlie got the birds. And I knew some of their birds, some of their background, that they were from very good lofts. Well, Charlie couldn't get it out of them. He was just too sick. So I bought them birds. I bought 31 birds. I paid $310 for them. A lot of them were young ones. I couldn't race them. I let them out here, but the hawks caught them right away. The young ones, they just destroyed me. But they produced combine winners. Because they were good pigeons. But knowing what to do with them has a lot to do with pigeon racing. While past performance counts, if you don't know what to do with your pigeons, you're never going to win. You're never going to get to the top. And that's what's important about these videos. I tell you in these videos how to get to the top. If you go to www. the digit number 2, racepigeons.com, you'll find the green button on there and you could buy my book. Cost you about $19, $20. And it's a shortcut, tells you what to do and what makes pigeons win in that book. But I know that. So when I got the birds from Charlie, knowing they had some good background in them and where he got the birds, I was way ahead of the game. I had purchased very good pigeons at a very, very reasonable price. Those of you that came and got the pigeons from me and you paid nothing for them, you got some very good pigeons at a very, very reasonable price. But you got to know what to do with them. You got to know how to bring it out. And that's what these videos are about. I don't tell you everything. I do want you to buy the book. But when you understand what makes a pigeon win, and you have pigeons that are capable of winning, then you're on the right road. You're on your way to Rome. So what I'm saying in this video, while I'm sitting here not feeling very, very well, is continue to learn. I get a lot of comments and I get a lot of prayers, and I thank all of you for them. And they're important. They mean a lot. They really do. But you got to take the time to understand what makes a pigeon win. Why did Seabiscuit, that was only 14 or 15 hands high, was a small horse, win as often as he did? What was in that horse? Had something in him that made him win. Take Secretariat. That horse won the Triple Crown. Yet that horse never produced another winner. All of his offspring were never any good. Now there was something in that horse that made him win. But it was not genetic. He didn't pass it on. That's normally not the case with pigeons. You'll find if you got a decent pair of pigeons, or a couple of good pair, they will produce some very good pigeons. It's up to you to get them healthy, to get them road trained, and learn what makes them win. On that note, I'm going to stop at this point in time and tell you to think about what makes a pigeon win. Don't ask me the question. I won't answer that. I'll tell you by the book. But there's a reason why pigeons win and other pigeons do not. There are reasons why pigeons that want to win and they cannot. So learn about it. There's over 300 and something videos here, and they all talk about racing pigeons and how to get to the top. Okay, thank you for watching. Take your time and learn about your pigeons and why some outperform others. Give it a thumbs up, give it a thumbs down. Please subscribe, and thank you for watching.